It's really sad all the way around, Jessica.
Yeah, absolutely a tough day for Detroit Police Department. Now, this sergeant that you mentioned, he was actually the one who called 911, dressed in full uniform, off duty at the time when two officers from the 11th precinct arrived. They heard gunfire. They saw this police sergeant recognize him as one of their own, shooting off warning shots, and then he turned that rifle on them.
It's a horrible day.
Detroit police officers forced to shoot and kill one of their own as he targets them with a high-power rifle beneath a water tower on Detroit's east side.
He is off duty. He is threatening suicide. He is asking for suicide by cop.
The 45-year-old sergeant with Detroit Police called 911 Monday afternoon. The call went out as a suicide in progress. Two patrol officers from the 11th precinct responded to the area of DeQuinder and East Davison to that sergeant armed and firing in the air.
But when they hear the gunshots, they retreat and take cover. Because they recognize that he has a high-powered rifle. He approaches the vehicle that they are taking cover behind. He shoots the vehicle in the rear of the vehicle multiple times. He strikes two of our officers. One officer returns fire, fatally wounding the officer in question.
Chief James White says the sergeant was suffering a mental health crisis after returning to full duty earlier this month. He does not have a history of any mental health issues, but was on and off the job due to a degenerative condition.
We were hoping that things were moving in the right direction. He had the full support. He got the support he needed from the unit that he was assigned to.
He was described as a highly trained member of the department's Special Response Team and a sniper with Detroit Police for 13 years. When those patrol officers responded, he was in full uniform, so they knew he was one of their own.
The officers that responded were heroes. Once they recognized it was one of our own members, they still had to do their job and make sure that everyone else was safe.
The officers that were shot were taken to Detroit Receiving Hospital and are expected to be okay. Mayor Mike Duggan at the scene Monday evening trying to bring some sense of comfort.
It's a tragedy for the city, but it's just a reminder that every Detroiter should just be enormously grateful for the commitment of the service, the men and women of this department.
Also out at that scene earlier today, Michigan State Police in numbers, as with many officer-involved shootings. Michigan State Police provides that independent investigation, but you heard both Chief White and Mayor Duggan calling those responding officers heroes tonight. Reporting live outside of Detroit Police Headquarters, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Was he back on the force, Jessica, at this point, or was he still on a medical leave? I mean, wearing his uniform on purpose, as he really purposefully seems as if he was, you know, death by cop here. It's quite a statement.
Quite a statement. He did return back to work full duty on October 3rd. It was a little bit on again, off again because of his medical condition. But Chief White saying that he has had no prior mental health issues until today. Just a sad situation all the way around.
Right, and you feel for those officers who are forced to do their job under those circumstances. Jessica, thank you.